trolleys on this side. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I know.
All right. Well, hello everybody, and this is our presentation for the Down on the Farm remodel for the Central Wisconsin Children's Museum. My name is Andrea Michalski.
I'm Kelsey Lally.
I'm Nathan Pasha.
I'm Courtney McDonald.
Well, with the existing conditions, right away coming into the space, we saw that there was some lacking into the environment. Yes, it represented a barn environment, but we definitely noticed that there was some enhancement that could have been there.
So here you'll see the existing conditions, the existing floor plans, and like Nathan said, it's kind of a lackluster space, and it doesn't have the most efficient circulation, so with our layout, we kind of just enhanced the circulation, and we added more splashes of color and kind of uplifted the dullness of it overall.
As far as our design concept go for the Down on the Farm space, we really wanted to focus on interactiveness and also energy conservation and sustainability, teaching such life lessons such as using right foods to compose for the composite, and as well as collecting rainwater that comes off of the roof or anywhere else, such as collecting it as a rain barrel, using that to plant and use that water, of course not to drink, but it's still usable water that shouldn't go wasted. So overall, we wanted to have good activities that the children would enjoy and be good life lessons.
So like I said before, with our updated floor plan, we rearranged all the existing furniture and we added a main circulation path. And the main focal area we brought to attention was the barn, so we placed it in the center of the back wall. We updated the color, which you'll see in the renderings later. And here we added this path. This whole space will be made of E-core material. And the green will be the majority, and then the path will be in the kind of sandy color to represent dirt and grass. So kind of more representational, working in with the whole barn theme. So yeah, we just used the space, we think, a little bit more efficiently. And then here's the elevation. So this would be the main view that you would see off of the museum walkway. So you're met with the barn right in front, and then you can see the rainwater runoff roof here, and the windmill, and then we place the animals over here in a stable setting. Oh, and then in the background, sorry.
It's okay.
We also added a mural to add more color and to be keeping in with the theme.
So we looked at what the project already has for sustainable aspects and energy efficient aspects. So we kept the motion activated lights, the programmable thermostat, the solar panels, the insulation, Energy Star appliances, and the shady tree in the corner. What we added to the exhibit, we added a wind turbine or a windmill just to give it a little more of a farmhouse feel, so it's not as industrial. But it still teaches the same stuff. The rainwater use, which Courtney was talking about, so the rainwater would fall down from the roof and into barrels. You can either just have that be implied, or you could turn it into an interactive station where you put a clear tube and kids can pump the water. That way there's no mess. We have a composting area, which Nathan was talking about earlier, over by the garden. We provided a cover over the lamp in front of the barn, which you currently have now, which teaches reduction of light pollution when it's dark out. We also have corn in our garden, so children can learn while they're planting corn about alternative energy, how corn can be used for alternative energy, or used for the tractor that we provided. And then the children can also learn about how tractors have big wheels because it puts less pressure on the ground, so it's more, the soil can be used year after year. So the children can learn these in our interactive tables that we have in the center there. So, and then Kelsey will explain the views further.
This is just an overall view of the space. As you walk in, you see the path, the E-Core path. Now, E-Core is made of 100% recycled tires, so it is very sustainable and efficient. So the two colors just represent the pathway and then grass. And in the center, there are 3 interactive tables that just talk about sustainability and energy conservation. And they can be updated as well, and you can plug like devices in with the USB cord. So if there's any like games or programs that someone has and wants to bring in, they can plug those into there as well. And right here, there's a little arts and crafts table just for the children to do like arts and crafts. And we focused a lot on corn. So one of the crafts is to be making corn husk dolls. So they can do that there. And then you see just that we updated the color of the barn, then the stable next to the barn, and then the garden is on the right side of the barn. This is just a close-up view of the stable. Then the stable is fully functional, so they can open up the doors and walk in like you would a normal stable and pet the animals if they want. Maybe try to just pretend that they're feeding them some corn or hay. And then this is just an image of one of those rainwater buckets. In front of the barn there's a roof that extends about a foot out, and the rain would fall off of it's like a steel corrugated roof, so it would just fall from the peaks down into each barrel. There's one on either side. And then that's just more of a close-up view of the garden, as well as the other rain barrels, so you can see kind of the steel roof, and then the water falls down into there. Then we also included a tractor just to be more farm-like, so they can play on that as well.
As researching for some of the materials and systems to be used, as the flooring that we showed is made out of 100% recycled tires and rubber. It has no smell coming off of it, because people really worry about like rubber, especially when heat gets on it, that you would have like a tire smell or anything of that sort. The paint is from Sherwin-Williams, which is mainly being repainted for the barn house, which has low VOC, well, actually it's no VOC, and it has a very low smell when you initially install it, so painting it. So it says like have a well ventilated area, of course, so installers would do that. As far as the TV screens, I don't know if I even really touched on that, but they're going to be touch screen. So that's where it can be interactive. So like just like a simple square for the young children to just press on that, and it has like a little different section that may have a place marker and a different exhibit, a part of that area, and explaining such as compost, rainwater collection, the solar panels, and just easy words, just trying to give the overall lesson of sustainable features. And there were soft toys. From IKEA, we found some fun vegetables that they sold, like a carrot and a broccoli, and it had like a smiley face on it, and it had like a little doll. Looked good, I guess it would shown a picture, and they're $10 each, but we wanted to keep something soft, as we saw with the garden. Since it was cushion-like, and I was able to enjoy that and lay down in there and take some pictures. So I definitely appreciated that. So I think they'll enjoy some more soft toys and be able to play with that. And with those soft toys, as they talked about feeding the animals in there and play feeding them with like a carrot and such.
And then since our budget is a little more costly, one of our arguments is that since we're adding almost double the amount of educational aspects to the exhibit, is you could present that to donors and hopefully up the budget a little bit. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.